Hello everybody, welcome back to Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today I'm just going to give you an update on the shop and to present to you the next project. I think I've got the wood splitter totally complete. Only thing left to do is get it started again and get all the fluid circulating, because all I did was fill the tank. I haven't filled any hoses yet. But we got another project coming up, as you can see. But we changed the lickety split to better looking letters. I like that a whole lot better. So we did the same thing on the other side. I had to move my rug because water was running in because it's raining. And we got this side done the same way. But this is our new project. Got a lot that needs to be done. We're going to change some stuff on it. And this is my landlord's. He wants me to restore it for his grandchildren. So we got our work cut out for us. We're going to remove the seat. This part anyway. And we're going to put 2 plastic bucket seats on it. And seat belts, because it doesn't have any and it needs seat belts. And if I'm going to do a go-kart for children to play on, or for young kids to play on it, it ain't leaving here without seat belts. If he did nothing else, he has to do seat belts, because if it leaves here and it don't have seat belts on it, I'm the one responsible. So that ain't gonna be me. So we got stuff in the gas tank. It's pretty surfy looking, but we got to put a carburetor on it. We do have fire, so we're going to restore that too. We're going to take this clear down to the frame, repaint it, and we also have some welding to do. So we have to build all this back up. So we got to grind this down and re-weld it. And we got a little play here in the column that I don't like, but may have to live with. I don't like that steering wheel moving like that though. And these here, well, those are set screws, so I could probably take them loose. The problem is, well, you know what? I might be able to get this taken apart. Or maybe not. Yeah, I don't know how they've got this. They put this on and then welded it. Because even if you was to take this nut off and pull this whole steering wheel off with this collar and then get this off, you still can't get it out. Because the only way you can go is that way, and you ain't going that way because they did that. Now, why would they make such a permanent frickin' setup like that? But anyway, we'll get all that sorted out some way or another. May have to build a new steering column, because I just don't like that play. It's about an 1/8 inch play, which I'd have to have a 1/16 of an inch thick pipe. May 3D print one to put in it, but if I can get this off and I can get this off, then I'll just make a a sleeve that goes down over top of it and down inside there and grease it up real nice, and then put the collar back on it. That's what I'll do. Of course, it'd be nice if I could take it clear out of there. Now this might go down into a pocket. If it goes down into a hole, and this collar is what keeps it from moving out of the hole, then we might be able to take this steering column completely out by just getting all this loose up here, and then lift this up out of there, kind of cock it to the side and pull it down. But yeah, we'll get all that apart, we hope. We're going to replace all 4 tires, all 4 tubes, all bearings, tie rod ends, and the tie rods. It comes in a kit, so we're getting the whole kit to put on it, and that's what he wanted. He wants this thing to look nice, so he wants the bison touch on this one. So probably going to have to make something here, because this is not strong enough to pull that brake. That should be a better system than that, because you can see where it's bent. So we're probably going to redo that and make it figure out another way to do this. What this does is pull the brake pad or shoe against the drum. So it's fairly simple. We had to get another clutch, because he said that one slipped too much. So we're getting a new clutch, and I can tell you right now that motor is misaligned, because this sprocket here is to this side of that one. Well, no. Alright, so that goes in there now, so I guess they allow that much play. I wouldn't think that they would have that much play, but who knows. It'd still work exactly the same. And this is number 41. So I'm hoping the chain I've got coming with the clutch, the new clutch, will be the same. If not, I have the old chain that come off of this. So it just needs lubed up. It's hanging right there. It just needs lubed up and put back on. But the clutch came with the chain, so that was, if we're getting a new one, I'd like to use the new one. But that's the plans. So I've got all the paint already. He brought that today. So tomorrow we got to go and buy all the parts. So once we get all the parts, we'll do a video on part 1 of the go-kart build. We also, he's going to try to see if he can find an aluminum sign or something that somebody's got in their scrap pile, or aluminum sheet, and we're going to plate the bottom of this with 1/8" aluminum sheeting. And if we're going to put bucket seats in it, then we're probably going to take this aluminum all the way back to the backrest on the seat. So then we've got to mount the seat belts, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think the seats that he's getting are set up to where they can use 3-point or 4-point or 5-point or whatever it is seat belts, because it's got 4 different holes in them. So I would imagine it's probably for either or, but we're just getting the 2 connections, just the male and the female seat belts. So hopefully we can make that work. We're going to put a new steering wheel cover on that one after I paint that one. Yeah, I'm having my Trump coffee, guys. But that's where we're at on the shop update. I've been tearing apart a washing machine. I got the motor out of it with the capacitor, all the wiring that went with it. I just never know how to hook those things up. I don't understand them, how those hook up. And they're not self-explanatory. So I need to figure out how to make that motor work, because I think it would make a nice motor for something. Got a nice mount on it. I took the water pump out of it for the that drained the washer, and it's electric. It's got 2 wires. That's it. So we know all we got to do is hook AC to it. You just got to remember, we got to find out which wire's which. So I've been taking parts out of that, and the panel on the front of it is nice and straight. The sides are bent, and they've got concaves in them, so they're not really any good for anything. So, but the front piece is flat, so it's a nice sheet of metal that I can use for something. And it don't have that Teflon coating on it, or whatever you want to call that stuff. Ceramic coating, or whatever you want to call it. It don't have that on it, so that's good. If it had that ceramic on it, that would have made it a hard piece to cut. But anyway, that's our future project. That is what we're getting ready to start up. And in the meantime, I'm trying to kill bees too. Everywhere I look, there's a frickin' bee's nest. I just got one out of the toolbox of my trailer. Then I just found another one with that great old big red wasp in the tongue where the ball goes up in there. I guess he thinks, well, that's a nice little dome. We'll just make us a little house in here. I'm waiting for him to start making a nest in my truck if they ain't already. It sits for a long time before it moves because I just can't afford to drive it. And no, I ain't getting rid of it. So get that shit out of your head. So there's the update on Bison Workshop and what we got coming up and what we've already done. Hope y'all come back to see me when we start the go-kart. First thing we got to do is weld everything back up and paint the frame. After that, it's installing parts. We got to sandblast the wheels and repaint them. They're in pretty bad shape. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell down here. That will let you know when I put up the next video. You guys have a good one. Later.